Hey everyone, and welcome aboard. As one of the senior security researchers here, I just want to formally welcome our brand new engineering team to this onboarding masterclass. We have a highly detailed explainer lined up for you today, and my absolute top priority is to get you fully equipped, confident, and frankly ready to secure our codebase from day one. You know, the threat landscape is evolving faster than ever. Zero-day threats, sophisticated exploits, they're a daily reality for enterprise systems like ours. That means we literally cannot afford to rely on reactive security measures anymore. So today, we're going to look really closely at a brand new tool that is fundamentally changing how we approach vulnerability management, completely shifting us from a reactive posture to a proactive one. I'm really thrilled to guide you through it. Okay, let's dive right into this. Here's our roadmap for the session. We'll start by moving beyond Claude Cowork, compare traditional scanners to Claude AI, catch some complex logic flaws, walk through a step-by-step patching tutorial, and then, finally, we'll wrap up with the critical human element.
All right, part one, moving beyond Claude Cowork and securing the code we write.
So I know many of you just wrapped up the previous training on Claude Cowork. And look, that tool remains absolutely fantastic for our daily productivity and collaborative workflows. But today, we're firmly pivoting to a totally new frontier. We are not going to rehash those old concepts. Instead, we're focusing entirely on Claude Security, which is currently in public beta for enterprise, to actively secure the codebase we're building. Now, to really appreciate where we're going, we kind of have to talk about the frustrating reality of where we've been. Right? For years, security teams and developers have practically been at war with legacy security tools. These traditional scanners are just notoriously noisy. I mean, think about the severe alert fatigue that plagues our industry. It is entirely common for legacy tools to flag 10,000 false positives in a single 2-week sprint. Yeah, 10,000. That forces our security analysts to spend their whole day manually clearing completely meaningless alerts instead of hunting for real critical threats. You end up hunting for a needle in a massive haystack of false positives, which totally destroys team morale and slows development to a crawl. And this brilliantly illustrates that core difference. On the left, you've got traditional rule-based pattern matching. It's incredibly rigid. Sure, it catches known, obvious syntax patterns, but it produces those sky-high false positive rates and entirely misses complex contextual issues. But on the right, we have Claude Security's approach, which is called adversarial verification. Claude actually reasons through your code. It reads your Git history. And this is huge. It doesn't just scan the raw text of your code. It looks at the pull request history to understand the actual intent and the business logic behind what you're trying to build. This context means it actually knows the difference between a deliberate, safe architectural choice and a genuine, accidental vulnerability. Let's break this term down a bit more, because it's the absolute engine of this new tool. Adversarial verification is this internal process where Claude rigorously challenges its own findings before it ever sends an alert to your dashboard. Think of it in layman's terms. It's like a lead detective bringing their prime suspect into the interrogation room and then aggressively cross-examining their own evidence. Before making an arrest, they want to ensure the case is absolutely airtight. Claude does exactly this. It attempts to mentally exploit the vulnerability in a sandbox simulation. It asks itself, hey, can an attacker actually chain these events together to cause harm? If the answer is no, it just discards the finding. Because Claude double-checks its own work this way, you get way more real issues reported and vastly fewer false positives ending up on your desk. Moving on to part 3, catching complex logic flaws by seeing the big picture across files. Because Claude understands all this context, it doesn't just look at code line by line in isolation the way a traditional linter would. It looks at the code base holistically. And this is what allows it to catch specific, high-severity threats that really only appear when multiple files interact improperly. These are the heavy hitters we are actively hunting down: memory corruption, injection flaws, and authentication bypasses. Let me give you a layman's analogy for how it catches an injection flaw. Imagine a customer dropping a simple note into a suggestion box at a factory. But instead of a suggestion, the note contains a destructive command to shut down the entire assembly line. If the factory blindly reads and executes whatever comes out of that box without sanitizing the input first, boom, the whole system breaks. That is an injection flaw. Similarly, consider an authentication bypass hidden in some complex logic. Imagine a bank guard who rigorously checks your ID at the front desk. On that one single line of code, it looks perfectly secure. But a logic error in a totally separate file means they forget to lock the vault door behind you once you're inside the building. Traditional scanners miss that entirely because the ID check looks completely fine in isolation. Claude, however, traces the entire data flow from the front desk all the way to the vault, catching those multi-component logic errors before they become a real disaster. All right, part 4, step-by-step patching tutorial.
Let's talk about applying Claude security to your daily workflow.
Let's look at how seamless this four-step remediation process really is. We are moving from simply finding problems to actively deploying solutions. You're going to configure your scans, let Claude scan the code in parallel, deeply review its reasoning, and then approve the patch. Now, I want to set a pretty methodical pace here because this is the exact granular workflow you're all going to be using at your workstation starting today. Step 1 is configuration. Look, you don't have to scan the entire monolithic repository every single time you make a minor commit. You have total flexibility. For instance, if you're purely working on integrating a new payment provider, you can scope your scan specifically down to just the payments gateway directory. This saves an incredible amount of time and compute resources. Or on the flip side, you can configure scheduled scans for ongoing, automated coverage. These scheduled scans just run quietly in the background, assessing the health of the entire project without requiring any manual kickoffs from you or the engineering team. Step 2 is the scan itself. And honestly, the speed here is phenomenal. Why wait hours for a sequential scan to inch its way through millions of lines of code when your AI copilot can process the entire context simultaneously? Claude acts like a tireless security researcher scanning in parallel. It reads through your files, traces the complex data flows, and builds a comprehensive understanding of the cross-file context. It is actively searching out those deeply hidden, context-dependent vulnerabilities that traditional single-file scanners are completely blind to. Okay, so once Claude finishes scanning, it hands you a proposed fix. But as rigorous engineers, you should definitely be asking yourselves a critical question right now. How do we actually know Claude's proposed fix is safe and effective? Because we never blindly trust automated code generation, no matter how advanced the AI is. And that brings us to the most critical part of your daily workflow. Step 3 is the review process. Claude security is definitively not a black box. It provides absolute full transparency. Let's look at a simulated example. Claude won't just spit out a vague warning like, error on line 42. No way. Instead, it acts as a virtual security analyst, providing a full brief. It will output a detailed paragraph saying something like, hey, this input field is vulnerable to cross-site scripting because the user data isn't properly parameterized. Here is the exact business impact if exploited, and here's the specific secure library you should use to sanitize it. It literally explains the vulnerability, why it matters in your specific application, and the exact logic behind its proposed fix. You actually get to learn from the flaw before you ever patch it. Step 4 is the actual remediation, where you approve the targeted patch. And guys, here is a massive quality of life improvement for everyone. We all know the pain of having our carefully crafted code totally ruined by automated linters, right? The endless, frustrating debates over spaces versus tabs, or where to place a bracket. Well, Claude's suggested fixes are highly intelligent. They are explicitly designed to automatically maintain your existing code's structure, naming conventions, and style. It seamlessly blends its security patch right into your unique way of writing. This means applying a life-saving fix doesn't require you to go back and manually reformat the entire file just to pass your team's style checks. Furthermore, this entire workflow plugs directly into the tools our team already relies on, which brings immense real-world value. By integrating through webhooks into Slack and Jira, we completely eliminate the need for you to constantly context switch between 5 different security dashboards. The alerts come straight to where you already work. For audit tracking and compliance reporting, data is easily exported to CSV or Markdown. And most importantly, documented dismissals carry forward. If you review an issue and correctly triage it as a non-threat, that decision propagates. You won't be bothered by the exact same false alarm on your next pull request. Part 5, the critical human element. AI is a co-pilot, not an autopilot. Now, I want to deliberately shift my tone here for a second. This is where my role as a senior security researcher requires me to be completely uncompromising. We have talked a lot about how powerful this tool is, but we must discuss the boundaries. So the crucial point is exactly what Anthropic states perfectly in their own documentation. Quote, Claude can make mistakes, so you should always review proposed patches before applying them, especially for critical systems. Enterprise architectures are massively complex, interconnected webs. I expect every single one of you to treat Claude's output as a highly educated suggestion, not infallible truth. Blindly merging code is just a recipe for disaster. Full remediation control stays safely in your hands. Yes, Claude Security is powered by the exact same highly capable models that Anthropic uses to secure its own proprietary codebase. It is truly world-class technology. But every single patch requires your human review and your active approval before it is allowed to touch our production environment. AI is an incredible accelerator, for sure, but ultimately, you are the final line of defense.